You ever wonder what's actually running through a looter's head the second he sizes up your street? Not the Hollywood zombie with the crowbar. I mean the real guy. Hungry, twitchy, running on 3 hours of sleep and whatever pills he found in the last medicine cabinet. He's not looking for a fight. He's looking for the path of least resistance. The house that promises the quickest win with the smallest chance of eating a face full of buckshot or wasting an hour on empty drawers. And here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. 9 times out of 10, he decides whether your place is worth hitting before he's even 10 yards from the curb. It happens in a blink. Your house either screams jackpot or it whispers keep walking, bro, and he obeys like it's the voice of God. Today I'm pulling you inside that blink, inside that filthy, terrified, calculating skull, so you can learn exactly which silent signals flip the switch from target to invisible. First thing you have to understand is opportunity cost on steroids. When the grid's been dark for a week, every minute a crew spends kicking in the wrong door is a minute they ray not sleeping, not hitting the next 5 houses that actually have something. They're burning calories they can't replace, making noise that attracts worse predators, and risking the one bullet they can't dig out of their own leg. So the brain does what evolution built it to do. It patterned matches in milliseconds. The moment the front of your house registers is already hit, occupied by someone meaner or not worth the squeeze. The looter's legs are already carrying him past you. He doesn't debate it. He doesn't take a vote. His reptile brain just goes nope, and the decision is made. That's the first and most powerful filter. Make your house fail the 3-second glance test. The fastest nope in the catalog is the already looted look, and it's devastatingly simple. A front door hanging open 6 inches with a boot print on it, 1 broken window on the ground floor with curtains flapping, outlet surrender flags, and a couple of black trash bags spilled. On the porch with crushed ramen packets and empty water bottles scattered around. From 50 feet away, it looks like somebody already tore the place apart and moved on. In reality, the door is on a wired hinge that can't open more than 8 inches. The broken window is tempered glass you smashed yourself, and framed with pre-scored plywood ready to slot back in, and those trash bags are filled with yard waste you keep refilling. Looters see a house that has already been turned inside out, and their brain instantly files it under diminishing returns. Studies on burglars in normal times show that visible signs of a prior break-and-drop selection odds by over 70%. In a collapse, that number is closer to 95% because nobody has time for leftovers. This works because scarcity rewires risk assessment in real time. An empty cupboard isn't just disappointing. It's life. Second signal that hits them like a brick is the crazy or dangerous vibe. Human predators avoid 2 things harder than cops: crazy and prepared. A single hand-painted plywood sign reading, "We took the shot. Your turn." With a spray-painted red biohazard symbol underneath, does more work than a dozen cameras ever could. Or take the mannequin silhouette in an upstairs window wearing a ghillie suit and holding what looks like a scoped rifle pointed at the street. From the road, it's just a shadow, but the brain fills in the blanks with worst-case scenario. Add a couple of those cheap dollar store solar stake lights blinking red in the yard-like motion sensors, and you've just convinced every passing crew that somebody inside is paranoid, awake, and waiting for an excuse. The psychology here is pure loss aversion. The potential cost of tangling with a lunatic who has been expecting you for weeks outweighs any possible gain. Real-world prison interviews with habitual burglars confirm they skip entire blocks if they think even one house belongs to someone not right in the head. Third, invisible shield is the occupied by worse predator's trick. This one is deliciously evil. You take the biggest, meanest dog warning sign you can print. The kind with a snarling Rottweiler and I can make it to the fence in 2.8 seconds. And you mount it chest high on your fence. Then you scatter a couple of massive food bowls, the 15-quart stainless steel ones, half filled with water that you refresh every day, and drop the biggest chain you own in the yard like it's attached to something that broke loose. Bonus points if you can borrow a recording of a 140 Caucasian Ovesharka barking on a loop at 3 a.m. for 10 minutes. The message isn't "we have a dog." The message is "we have something that eats dogs for breakfast and we barely keep it contained." Gangs that run in packs understand pack hierarchy. They'll go find softer prey rather than test whether that chain is really broken. Fourth layer flips the script from defense to offense without ever firing a shot. It's called the honey trap reverse, and it preys on greed the way the others prey on fear. You leave one ground floor window, cracked 2 inches with a fat-looking black backpack, visibly sitting just inside on a table. Zipper half open, something shiny poking out. From the street it looks like someone panicked, grabbed what they could, and left in a hurry. What Tay-Kan-Ti is the industrial fishing line running from the bag to a stack of bricks on a shelf above the inside of the door. Touch the bag, and the whole shelf collapses, making a sound like a shotgun blast and dumping broken ceramic shards everywhere. Most crews scatter at the noise alone. The few that Dan T step into a room that now looks like a pungy pit and sounds like someone just racked around. The beauty is you never have to be home. The house defends itself by convincing them the easy score just turned into an ambush. Field reports from Caracas during the 2019 blackouts showed houses using this exact abandoned bait method were hit less than 8%, as often as identical neighbors. Fifth signal is the one that works even on the most desperate, and it's almost insultingly low-tech smell. Looters are human bloodhounds when it comes to the stench of death or sickness. A couple of dead rats in a bucket of water left to ripen on the porch for 48 hours, then accidentally kicked over, so the liquid seeps into the front walkway, creates an odor plume that says plague decay or corpse inside. Mix in a little bleach or ammonia, and you hit the trifecta of biohazard triggers hardwired into the limbic system. The amygdala doesn't argue with the nose. Real Sarajevo survivors in '94 reported that sprinkling old blood and feces around entry points kept 9 out of 10 raiding parties moving. Your nose knows danger before your neocortex can override it, and in a collapse, nobody is taking chances with dysentery or cholera when there's no hospital left. Sixth and final filter is the one that turns your whole property into a ghost. You kill every light discipline rule the prepper forums obsess over and do the opposite. One single bright LED floodlight on a car battery and timer that comes on for exactly 45 seconds every time a PIR sensor trips. The looter's brain sees random illumination and instantly assumes active night vision, cameras, or worse, a generator that someone is awake and guarding. Pair it with a cheap Bluetooth speaker playing faint voices. 2 people arguing in a language they don't speak on a 20-minute loop after midnight. Now the house doesn't just look occupied, it looks like multiple paranoid adults are rotating watch shifts. Crews that were willing to risk one sleeping family suddenly picture 4 armed insomniacs with overlapping fields of fire, and they melt back into the darkness. This works because uncertainty is the ultimate force multiplier. The unknown threat is always scarier than the known one. Put all 6 together, and something magical happens. Your house doesn't just get skipped, it becomes the street's new urban legend. The crews that pass it once tell the next wave, and pretty soon your address is the one nobody even points at anymore. You've weaponized laziness, fear, greed, disgust, and uncertainty, all without pulling a trigger or breaking a single law, while laws still mattered. And the darkest part, the worse society collapses, the better these signals work. Because desperation sharpens every instinct I just described until they're razor sharp. So when the day comes that the thin blue line is gone, and the golden horde starts moving house to house, remember, the most dangerous fortress isn't the one with the most guns, it's the one that never even makes the list.